welcome to another crystal healing video with me, Christian Addison and Rayella. Thank you for welcoming me. Thank you and welcome. So first we're gonna start off by lighting some Palo Santo and cleansing the energy. There is a lot going on in the park today, but that's okay. I am going to step outside of my comfort zone and record this video with people surrounding me, and you know, this is an exercise for myself. I feel like challenging myself today, so that's what we're gonna do. So today I chose 5 stones that I want to come and highlight today, because I think one thing that the world in general, including myself, needs to work more so on is forgiveness and letting go. So these 5 stones energy are geared towards just that: learning how to forgive, learning how to think logically and not so much emotionally, and also learning how to let go, learning when to let go and what to let go. So okay, let's go ahead and cleanse that on around. Ooh, baby. Okay. All right, so I think that's good enough. So you got people on there. It's all good though. So anyway, the 5 stones that we will be discussing today. So first off is this beauty, Sardonyx. It's really pretty, very soft. The next one will be Apricot Agate. Another really pretty, really soft stone. Okay, I have my good old snow quartz, and this is not the order in which I'm going to go over them, but I'm just introducing them to you, okay? This is Bloodstone. Ooh. Alrighty, and then lastly, I have yellow calcite. Alright, so once again, I'm going to just give a little bit of background of why I'm using this set of stones for forgiveness and letting go. Is because I have been dealing with a lot of narcissism in my life, especially coming from my parents, which is very scary. I have one parent in particular who takes narcissism to a whole nother level. I blame her for the reason why when I hear Virgo, I don't do Virgo energy, because it triggers memories of her, and yeah, that's not good. So recently I had an incident where she triggered a lot of negative feelings inside of me, and it was because I feel like the reason why our relationship is so difficult to me is because I continuously forgive her. And no matter how much I forgive her, it doesn't change her behavior. She doesn't change her fucking behavior. She doesn't see anything wrong with anything that she does, and it really disturbs me to the point where I'm gonna have to make a whole video about this, because both of my parents are narcissistic, and I literally had to move across the fucking country to get away from them so that I could follow my journey and my path. And even still, they still try little tricks to try to, you know, get inside of my head and try to be negative and try to doubt my path, which is going very well without the both of them. So yeah, she pissed me off real bad, because throughout this whole journey, it's getting ready to be 2 years that I've been in California, okay, in January. And at the beginning of my journey, I hit a rough patch where I had to make a GoFundMe, and I basically had to reach out to the entire world publicly and say, listen, I am struggling, I need help. If there's any way people can help me, here's how you can help me, okay? My mother showed zero concern, and sadly, her concern was more so on her image and how me asking the world for help and me disclosing what I was going through with the world would make her look. Instead of reading, and I mean, y'all, I was in a very dark spot. Like, imagine every single day having to figure something out so that you're not literally sleeping in the streets with drug addicts and the homeless every night. Like, I was living in Airbnbs on bunk beds with multiple. It's a fucking house with 20 plus men. We're sleeping on bunk beds, one on top, one on the bottom, multiple bunk beds in a room. Like, y'all have to imagine how stressful this was for me coming out of, you know, an environment where I had everything to myself. And she knew of all this and still ain't give no fucks, ain't send not one fucking helping hand, just pretending and calling people, and I ain't worried about her mental health. Like, it was sickening. And one day, you know, I just decided I'm not mixing and mingling with this toxic energy any fucking more. And she just can't seem to get this through her head. So I haven't spoken to this woman the entire time that I've been here. Not one time has she picked up her phone and called to see if I was doing okay. Hey, how did everything pan out with the GoFundMe? Were you able to get the money so that you could have XYZ? Nothing. I don't no fucking care, no concern. It's all about self. And I absolutely hate self-centered personalities. So when I got the message from her last week, literally not giving a fuck about nothing that's going on in my world, not one concern, not one, hey, how are you doing? Just calling to let me know whatever the fuck she wanted to let me know. I was like, you know what? I haven't fully forgiven this person, or at least I need to learn that I'm going to have to continuously forgive this person. So with that being said, I meditated, and I picked out these 5 stones, and now I'm getting ready to share with you the benefits of each and every one and how they're going to help the both of us learn how to forgive, and also how to let go of things that no longer suit us. Because I promise, when we get to the end of this video, I save yellow calcite for last, because this is the stone that's going to help us prosper once we have forgiven and let go of the things that we need to let go. So let's move on to the stones. All right, I'm so glad the sun is finally repositioning somewhere else, not my face. But anyway, so the first stone we're going to go over is Sardonyx. And this is the stone of strength and protection. So this stone is really good because it's going to work with your root chakra as well as your heart chakra. And when you're working with forgiveness and letting go, your heart chakra is very important, because whenever there's any type of blockages in your heart, it's going to bring out those feelings of bitterness, that jealousy, that burst of anger. Any type of negative, nasty, dark feelings that you might have is caused by a blocked heart chakra. Not only that, but whenever your root chakra is out of balance, you also become very aggressive towards others, and you can be a little bit belligerent. So you want to make sure that those 2 chakras are balanced and in alignment when you are getting ready to work with forgiveness and letting go. Okay, so this stone is really good because not only is it going to lift like sadness and depression, but it also helps give you more of a clear vision, so your mental is a little bit more focused. And once you have an increased concentration due to the mental focus, that is going to help you make more clear decisions when it comes to dealing with these challenging relationships. Now, when I use the word relationship, I mean with everybody. So from my observation, I see a lot of people online who literally wake up every morning and they get on social media and they spend hours and hours and hours and hours on there. And these are not positive energy people. Like, they're on there being very negative. They're in people's comments saying nasty things. And honey, let it go. So that's a relationship to me at this point, because everyone is at home. Everyone has just been on the computer nonstop. So this includes your relationship with social media and these imaginary friends that you have made, okay? These are not real friends. So once all of the negative energy is uplifted from you via Sardonyx, then it's going to encourage you to take more action toward making overdue changes. It's going to give you a more clear-cut vision of who you need to let go, how you're going to let go. This symbolizes good fortune and happiness within relationships and marriage. So you want to uplift that out of your life. Now, this is really good for mending quarrels in marriages, as well as the division between parent and child, which, like I just stated with you guys, that's exactly my issue, the division between me and my parents. Sorry, I got a little cinnamon roll on. So when all the negative feelings are released, that's when the strength and protection comes in, because your willpower is strengthened, your character is strengthened, you're gonna have more stamina, you're gonna have a lot more self-control, you're gonna have a lot more you're gonna be more mindful about the decisions that you make and the people that you decide to have in your circle. So one thing I want you to do with this stone when you're meditating, I want you to set intentions to attract more people into your life that are thoughtful, more people that are loving, more people who are going to honor you for who you are on every single level, and not just the levels that benefit them. One thing I've noticed about the relationships in my life is that I've literally just played a part in the people's around me lives. Like, nobody knows who I am, nobody really knows shit about me, and nobody really cares. But they come to me for different things. Either they come for light, they come for validation, they come for punching bag. Like, it's always something. So I myself need to forgive myself for allowing people to choose me for those roles, because that's not what I'm here for. And then I also need to forgive them for being those people and letting it go as well. A lot of stuff online is very negative and nasty, and I think, to me, it's just a lack of forgiveness and a lack of letting go. A lot of people need to let go of some of the things that they've been through, because it's just, they're bitter. Like, I have seen a lot of bitterness on Facebook, and it really turns me off. So that's another reason why I made this, because I want to help people let go, y'all. We gotta learn how to forgive and let go, especially if we're out here screaming that Black Lives Matters, or that all lives matter for that sense. We have to forgive each other and move forward. We can't keep hoarding onto the negative. What happened. We are not those people. Let's forgive each other for what happened in the past, and maybe we can move forward. But just the back and forth, nasty, negative, saying just stupid, negative, nasty shit is not going to make the situation any better. You're just exchanging toxicity, and it's just going to continue to ravel, okay? So get you some Sardonyx to start with, and that way we're going to clear our mind. We're going to figure out where we need to seek forgiveness, for who we need to seek forgiveness, and what all we need to let go, okay? All right, so the next stone is going to be sorry, it's going to be Bloodstone. Cutie patootie. And this is the stone of healing. So of course, when you're working with forgiveness and letting go, there is going to be some healing involved, because it's hard letting go. I'm not gonna lie, it's very hard for me to let go, especially. But this stone is going to work with your root and your heart chakra. Once again, I told you those two are going to be very important with forgiveness and letting go. But this stone is going to clear any type of blockages, and it's going to rebalance your root chakra so that it is properly functioning. There we go. So once that this is back and it's cleansed, it's back to its regular program, it's going to help you regain physical strength, as well as stamina and a sense of security and one's purpose, okay? So this is going to help you identify your own personal power. Therefore, you feel more independent and you feel more like a leadership spontaneously versus having to like force it. Okay, so not only that, but when it resolves the blockages in your heart chakra, then that's going to help you understand your own personal needs, and it's also going to help you understand your emotions clearly, okay? And I say that because I feel like a lot of time when we deal with codependency, or when we deal with different relationships, we are trying to fill voids, and we're not understanding our own emotions. We don't understand why do I feel like I need this person, you know? So you definitely need some type of guidance when it comes to figuring out your own emotions. Like sometimes when my egg donor pisses me off, I have to sit down and be like, why am I so fucking angry? Like, why am I so mad? What is it? And what it boils down to is, I don't like her. I want her to go away. And it's like, she's so... I don't like people who don't care about other people, period. If you are your only concern in life and you don't have any type of compassion or empathy towards other people, I don't like you, okay? And I felt this energy from her since birth. I've never felt a connection with her. I've never felt loved by her. I've never even felt liked. So the fact that she won't release her attachment to me really irks my nerves, okay? Anyway. So Bloodstone is going to help you deal with the ebbs and flows of emotional relationships, and it's going to help you understand the cyclic nature of the relationship as well as accepting the changes. So one thing that scares me about marriage is the fact that, hey, people change every single year, every single month. So who's to say that the person I'm with is even going to be willing to go through the ebbs and flow of our relationship? Who's going to be set? Who's to say that I'm willing to do it? Shit, sometimes I'm be like, I don't like this nigga, you fuck out of here, let's do something else. So anyway, this is going to provide a lot of emotional support, especially during times of adversity, especially during times when, I guess, right now, 2020 is very adverse. We're dealing with a lot of adversity, and we're getting ready to have freaking presidential election, so I'm very nervous to see what's going to happen. But for people who have been bullied or who feel abandoned by others, this helps you to regain your connection to the divine energy, divine source, divine self. Whoever you look to for that divine energy, this is going to reconnect you to that, because you know, that's another thing that gets triggered when my mom pisses me off, is that feeling of abandonment, okay? So this stone is about to be in my back pocket for a little bit, just because I love the energy that it brings. Not only is it going to provide us that emotional support, but it teaches us that chaos is like the precursor to transformation. In order to transform, you have to go through things that make you realize this is not where I want to go, or this is not who I want to be in life. What do I need to fix? Okay, so it's going to guide you also in knowing when it's appropriate to let go and when it's okay to withdraw yourself from situations, or if you should just be flexible and maybe take certain actions or certain steps to learn how to regain that traction. So for instance, like cheating, for example, for some people cheating is not an end all be all. So if you don't want to leave the relationship, then you have to learn how to be flexible, and you got to kind of heal and figure out, how can I live with this mistake? Okay, I'm not living with that mistake, but we'll talk about it in a different video. So this also calms the emotions. It's going to dispel any type of confusion that you might have, and it's going to enhance your decision making, which is very important, because like I said, sometimes with relationships, they are meant to be worked out. I know in my lifetime I have definitely ghosted a lot of people because I just didn't want to work out. But like, if you're married, sometimes you got to figure shit out. And then like with my parents, I definitely have to figure shit out because they're my parents. So yeah, anyway, so it's going to nourish your feelings of self-worth, your self-confidence, and your self-sufficiency. And then it's also going to boost your growth as a person. Okay, so if you have any type of business ventures, or if you, like myself, feel like you have to separate from your toxic family in order to do or live how you want to live, then this stone is going to support that. It's going to send out those nourishing energies to help guide you through that. Okay, it's good for projects and for new ventures, because I guess the energy kind of keeps you focused on the path and it keeps you on track. And then that in itself helps bring like a sense of more self-confidence. You're going to be fearless. You know, you're going to feel like, okay, I'm finally called to action, and you're going to be very excited about what you're doing. And that's going to raise your enthusiasm. That's going to naturally motivate you, and it's going to create your increase in devotion towards your business ventures or whatever venture, your healing venture, your self-love venture, whatever venture you are on, okay? But I really love this stone because I need all of that energy in my life. It's very difficult dealing with narcissistic parents that I personally would rather just never talk to again. My father is fine, but the other one, I really would just rather never talk to this person again. And for whatever reason, that doesn't seem to be a feasible option. So I don't know. We're going to work it out. We're going to talk about it. Okay, so next we have Apricot Agate. Thanks, son. We can't see anything. This is the stone of strength and stability. Okay, this one works with your heart and your crown chakra. And it's basically stabilizes and cleanses all of your chakras, but it's going to work specifically with those two. This one is good because it's going to transmute those dark energies, that dark emotion that I was speaking about earlier, like the jealousy, the bitterness, any type of resentment that you might be holding. It's going to help transmute that all into self-acceptance and forgiveness, because that's exactly what needs to happen here. A lot of times I think in life as adults, we put ourselves in situations that we don't really like the outcome of because of resentment or just not accepting ourselves as a person. We don't really know who we are. So we allow people to do things to us based off of their happiness and not our own. This also is going to stabilize the urine, kind of smooth it, make it a little bit, clean it out, make it a little bit more appealing for you. And that is going to help kind of bring more of inner sight. So if you want to get in touch with your inner self and kind of just figure out some of the truths of your situation, then this is a good stone to meditate with, okay? This is gonna help balance your emotions, and in that, it's gonna offer you a lot of courage. It's gonna offer you endurance of the mind, body, and spirit, and you're also gonna feel a lot more balanced, okay? This stone releases energies that will harmonize your yin and yang energy, so your negative and positive energies, and that brings clarity, and it also increases your concentration. So this stone is good for healing emotional trauma, and it does that by providing you like a sense of self-security, and then also resolving any type of tension inside of the body that you might have due to whatever situation that you're trying to forgive or that you're trying to let go. This stone is very nurturing, and it's very warm and embracing, so it gives you a very loving and safe energy. So that's why it's really good for healing emotional trauma, because you need to feel protected, and you definitely need to feel like you have some type of energy around you that's going to comfort you as you release that negativity. Okay, so this is going to provide a deep internal sense of stability and peace. And that's really good for self-reflection, for contemplation of the world, and again, during meditation. Okay, so with that, I want to encourage us all to create and maintain healthy boundaries with people. And this exercise will be useful for breaking away from codependency, because honestly and sadly, as I get older, I feel like that's what majority of relationships are. It's just codependency and people using each other for things that they shouldn't be. Okay, so again, self-reflection and contemplation of the world during meditation is good to do when using this stone. And that's going to help you figure out what relationships again need to be forgiven, which ones need to be let go, and which ones do we need to flex a little bit and compromise and figure out how can we work together to make this work. All right, lovely. So snow quartz, now this has been my baby for the last week. I've been sleeping with it, and somehow I've naturally been drawn to it, and I'm glad I have, because this is the stone of good fortune. Now this stone is going to work with your crown chakra. It activates your crown chakra and helps you to connect with your higher self as well as your spirit guides, okay? Now, to me, that's very important during healing, because you need someone to pray to, and you need someone that's going to guide you. I had a discussion on Facebook the other day with this girl, basically was upset because somebody made a post saying how people rely too heavily on social media for answers, and I agreed. And I basically said that people are being mentally lazy because they're not doing their own research. Okay, and that's what I mean. Even when you don't know the answer, your spirit guides will guide you to the answer. You have to read, research. Every question you have, write it down. You can Google it. That's why we have the internet now. You can Google it, and it will lead you to information that you need. Not to say that social media is not a good place to get information, but nowadays a lot of things are driven off of money and are driven off of clickbait or clicks, likes, whatever. So you want to do your own research and stop relying so heavily on other people. Okay, so back to snow quartz. So this stone is going to get rid of any type of negative emotions and negative thoughts that might be swarming through your mind, and that will help you gain a more positive outlook as well as a more powerful perspective. And once you do that, you will be able to better choose the people that you have in your life, and you will also be able to better dictate who you want in your life and who you should let go. Okay, this also heightens your intuition, which increases your good luck, and it's going to help open new doors of opportunity for you, and that can be new opportunities in love, it can be new opportunities in life. Okay, this will also give you clarity and sharpness of the mind so that you can correctly interpret messages that are being conveyed to you. So for me, I feel like a lot of the negative things that I go through in life are messages from the universe, and they are direct answers to things that I need to let go. For example, I have been holding back from completely blocking somebody out of my life, but they finally pushed me to it. And not only that, but I'm changing my entire phone number. I don't want to be contacted by this person at all. Not only that, but lately, like, I'm not very fond of Facebook. I absolutely, honestly despise Facebook, and it's because it's not the app I don't like the energy of Facebook. I think that the people that are on there are very bitter and they're very negative, and all they do is sit on there and pick fun at people's lives, and they never have anything positive to say. But I think me being fed up with it was a sign from God that this is something I need to let go. Stop focusing on these dingling head people and just focus on the craft and focus on what you're putting out. You don't have to interact, and you do not have to scroll, okay? So something else that this is going to do, it helps you learn new things easily. Thank God, because I'm trash with social media. And then it helps you to retain what you learn for a longer duration of time. Yeah, I struggle with that. So this is going to balance the yin and yang energies again, and it's going to align your chakras as well. And once all of that is done, it's going to radiate a gentle and soothing energy that enhances your meditative experience if you like to meditate, and it's going to connect you with your inner self. Okay, now when you are connected with yourself, your higher self, that's going to teach you a little bit more discretion and patience when it comes to people, especially in your professional and your personal life. And I say that because even to me, I feel like even if you don't like somebody, you don't have to be mean, you don't have to be nasty, you do not have to be negative. You can, hi, how are you doing, and go your separate way. You do not have to be nasty to people you don't like, especially as adults. Like, come on now, that's some shit kids do, and even kids don't stay mad at each other forever. So I think that this is important because people have to learn that discretion, and they have to learn how to have that patience when it comes to other people. You're not gonna like everything that people like. You're not gonna like everything that people say. But so what? That doesn't mean that you have to internalize those negative emotions and be nasty towards people. Okay, so this stone is also going to give you the strength and the stamina and the resourcefulness that you need in order to fulfill your responsibilities. So for me, I have been praying for my business and my employment to go a certain direction. So I pray on that, and this stone is going to guide me to those resources that are going to help me fulfill the responsibilities necessary for me to get to those heights. Okay, this also prevents emotional overflow, and it's going to help you control any type of emotional outburst that you may have. Okay, especially while you're dealing with healing and forgiveness. Any type of hateful words or thoughts that you might have, this is going to bring a halt to that, and it's going to help kind of calm you and keep you in positive spirits so that you can handle this in a good way. Okay, so you're going to become wiser by working with this stone, and you're going to learn how to let go of unnecessary and overwhelming responsibilities that do not serve you. A lot of things we are doing out of habit, and it's time to let go of some of that shit. Okay, so this stone is going to help you let go of any inhibitions that you have in life, and it's going to help you see past your limitations. I know me for a fact, when I first moved here, that's all I could focus on was my limitations. And if you focus on limitations, you will always be stuck limited. Okay, you have to focus on what you have that's going to get you to where you want to go. For example, I desperately need a fucking laptop, but you know what? I have the income that I can save to get a laptop, and in the meantime, I have a tablet and I have 2 cell phones that I can use to, you know, get shit done until my laptop arrives. Okay, so become more tactful, become more cooperative to learn life lessons, especially from your mistakes with this. Okay, it's going to guide you and teach you how to transform those said mistakes into lessons so that you can continue to elevate. I don't make mistakes no more, honestly. I don't. I trial and error, and even the things that don't work out, that's not a mistake. That's a, that didn't work, let's go back, try this, let's try that. These are experiments. Okay, you have to have those trials and tribulations in order to get to the promised land. So stop calling shit mistakes and stop harping on mistakes. Okay, last but definitely not least, this is probably the best one out of the entire collection, which will be yellow calcite. This is the stone of confidence and hope, and this stone is going to work with your solar plexus, your sacral, and your crown chakra. Okay, this stone radiates energies of generosity, of perseverance, and it also radiates energies that are needed to give clarity of thoughts. Okay, this stone signifies good luck, and it attracts prosperity, it attracts abundance, and it attracts positive blessings into your life. Okay, so I picked this stone because when you're letting go, the whole reason for forgiving and letting go is so that you can continue to elevate, correct? So once you remove all that negative gunky shit out of your life, you should definitely add this to your life, because you're already in the positive flow of attraction. So why not add a stone that's going to boost that? Okay, this is going to increase your personal motivation to achieve whatever goals you may have: financial, career, relationship, personal. And it's also going to help you generate new streams of income, which we all can use, especially after quarantine 2020. I got stuff falling on me and crawling on me, goodness. Okay, So we're also going to gain confidence in our actions, and we're going to become way more decisive when we vibrate with this stone. This stone encourages us to harness our own personal power and to recognize the best opportunities that are going to help give us the confidence that we need to go after the shit that we want in life. Oh, now the sun want to be completely gone, making me look all dark. I see you. Anyway, so this stone is going to release all feelings of insecurity and any type of feelings of jealousy, removing any doubts that you may have in your relationship, okay? It's also going to increase your focus on the great things in your relationship rather than harping on the negative. Focus more so on the positive, okay? And things that you actually like about what you got going on. Especially if you're going to decide to be flexible and work things out. You got to focus on what does that partner bring to you that makes you happy, okay? Everybody's not perfect. You ain't perfect, so it'll be okay. All right. It's also, let's see. It's going to help you have more faith and help you have more trust in your partner, which is definitely needed. Especially if you're forgiving somebody who you've decided to be flexible with, you're going to have to learn how to trust that person again. So, yellow calcite, baby. Okay, so this is going to be the anger eliminator. It's going to dissipate any type of anger, and it's going to soothe that fire within you. So, calm down. Calm down. So, once all the anger is eliminated and your fire is being soothed by this stone, then you're going to be a lot more compassionate. It's going to give you a more positive outlook on life, and it's once again going to promote that positive transformation that you are trying to go through, okay? Boost your self-confidence and your self-worth by letting go and forgiving, okay? Now, again, this is important because we are in a time period where it's a lot of negativity going around, and I feel like as adults, people are just projecting their self-hatred and their self-disappointments on other people, and it's time for us all to learn what can we do with this negative energy, because getting on the internet and typing it in comments and being nasty is definitely not the answer. That's how you're going to increase crime. Y'all gonna get some people murdered, okay? Eventually these people are going to get sick of this shit and they are going to come out blasting. So I want to encourage you to please find these beautiful stones, add them to your collection, because they all radiate energies that can help you forgive and let go. And I mean all the way back to childhood traumas. You got to let that childhood shit go. I've never been in this situation, and I don't know how difficult it is, but if you have been molested, if you've been raped, if you've been just taken advantage, abused in any way, any form, any shape, let that shit go. I know it's hard, but in order for you to feel better and to live a happier life, you have to figure out how to let the past go. I know people hurt you, people hurt me too, but I'm not letting that shit stop me from shining. You understand? Don't let it stop you from shining, okay? We gotta let stuff go. I'm tired of getting online and seeing people just be so nasty towards each other. I really am. Like, to the point where I'm literally getting ready to hire somebody to take care of my social media because I don't like the energy that much. It's disgusting, and I just want to pull up to everybody's house and give them a big ass hug, because it's like, what is wrong? Like, y'all are really miserable, and now I see why I don't have a lot of friends. I used to always wonder, like, why people don't like me, why people don't talk to me, and ew, they don't like their damn self. They don't like themselves. And I'm glad that I never got the opportunity to be close to some of these people, because it would have hurt me to know that these people are the way they are. Like, I've definitely helped or call myself helping a few people, and when I see some of the stuff that they post, baby, you are bitter and nasty. Like, your attitude is trash. And if you think like that and talk like that to other people, I can only imagine how you feel about yourself. You absolutely hate yourself if all you do is sit at home and talk about what you hate about other people and what they're doing. Look in the mirror, okay? I love you, and I want everybody to learn how to love themselves. I don't know what happened to you that made you so angry and made you so upset, but now is the time to let go. It's time to forgive and let go so we can leave 2020 in the past. For real, because that's what this year is about. Change, transformation, and learning how to go with the ebbs and flow of life. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, positive comments, please. Thank you.